What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Dan here, guys. I want to welcome you to the game update for March 2022. This month is a lot slower paced than February. Obviously, February, there was something coming at us from all angles, and I picked up a lot more indie games, a lot more games that I originally wasn't going to cover. As my mantra for the year is, I want to do as much as I can. I want to branch out and cover games that normally I wouldn't cover. To a degree, obviously, I'm not going to cover every single game that comes out. That would be impossible. However, I'm still trying to branch out and do more things, that I may not have wanted to do before. However, March is definitely a lighter release month than February was. Well, February was kind of like, it was a special case. There aren't too many games many February months where there's a ton of games. February was a little bit different, and there is a lot of releases coming out this March, but a lot of them are rehashes, so games that have already been out or they're being ported to a different console, that sort of thing. There's a whole lot of those, games that were already released on PC now are coming to console, or whatever the case would be. So that's dominantly what March is taking over. However, there are a lot of games and DLCs that I want to cover, and I just wanted to go into them. Some of them I'm not 100% sure on, but there are some that I definitely will be doing. We will get into that in just a second. Obviously, the first thing I want to say, though, anything that we currently have on the go is still being done. Such as Horizon Forbidden West. That's going to take us a minute. Dying Light 2, still working on that. I finished the main story, though. That's why I've kind of put it to the back burner for the last little bit. And I do plan on going back doing side content, some more missions, leveling up, things like that. It's going to be a lot less major missions, obviously, because the side missions are a lot shorter, a lot simpler. But I still want to go back. There's a lot of content in there. The devs have hidden a ton of Easter eggs, fun Easter eggs and weapons and things like that you can get just from exploring. So I really just want to explore and level up our character, doing side missions here and there, unlocking new locations, things like that. I mean, it's pretty much 100% done in terms of the areas we can go. There's just certain things here and there that we haven't managed to get just yet. So I definitely want to come back to that, and I definitely want to come back to my sports games. I do apologize. It's been a little bit again since I played NHL and NBA. I do want to come back to them. I'm not sure when. Hopefully this week. I plan on doing it this week, maybe towards the end of the week, depending on how much time I have. I will let you guys know, obviously, what I end up doing. But I just want to let you guys know, people are asking me, when's NHL, when's the NBA coming? I'll do my absolute best to bring it back, because the thing is, NHL, we're pretty much almost done our season, our main season. So that one, I think, is the closest to the end of the season. NBA, we've already done a full season, but we didn't win the championship, so we had to start again. We're getting closer to All-Star Weekend in game, which is funny because All-Star Weekend just happened. So I don't know. I just want to play it safe, not play safe. Sorry, I just want to play by ear, based on what I can complete. I might throw maybe a sports stream at the end of a day instead of another main game. You know what I mean? So I'll figure it out, and I'll make sure I give you guys that content, because I know a lot of people, like I said, have been asking me about it. But let's get into things. Now, the first game that actually comes out, it releases on the 4th. However, I don't actually have it on my list right now. I don't know if I plan on doing it. I've been up in the air, not because I don't really want to play it, but just based on the nature of the game. Let me just announce it. So coming out on the 4th, I do have an early code lined up, regardless if I want it or not. It is Gran Turismo 7. Now, again, I haven't actually put this down on my list yet. Because, really just one reason. I've stopped playing racing sim games on the channel, mainly because they're insanely long, for one. They are kind of repetitive for the audience. They're really only entertaining, I guess. No, I guess it depends. I don't want to say that, but the majority of people aren't going to be into it unless you're into cars and whatnot. And I love cars, and I'm all about racing games. However, I don't have, another reason, I actually don't have a wheel and pedal set at all. I've never actually had one. I've always just used a controller, and I feel like whenever I play racing sim games, like proper sim games, the controller just doesn't cut it. It's just not the same. It's not fun. It makes it feel like a bit of a chore and you're just going through the motions. So you really need that immersive experience. So because of that, that's something that's deterring me. I want to make sure you guys are enjoying the content that I'm putting out. And I know that racing sims are massive campaigns that literally take hours upon hours upon hours. I wouldn't be shocked if you got 50 to 150 hours of content just in the single player campaign, which involves because you basically start your way up, you do a ton of races, earn enough money, get a new car, new class, earn a new license, work your way up, that sort of thing, until eventually you get into the S-class races, which are the toughest, highest tier vehicles, the fastest, whatever the case would be. it takes a long time to get up there. Now, the reason I played, some of you might be asking why I played Grid, because it's not really a full sim. It is a simcade, which is kind of a hybrid. So it's half sim, half arcade style racer, which is very similar to like the Forza Horizon genre. Like Forza Motorsport, we haven't had one of those in a minute, but Forza Horizon is a nice blend of everything. It's still very realistic, but it's not realistic to the point where it gets tedious and repetitive for the audience. So I feel like for that reason, it's still up in the air for me whether or not I want to cover Gran Turismo 7. It's been a while since Gran Turismo actually had a release. I believe it was back in 2017, maybe 18 was the last one. Forgive me, I don't really remember. I haven't played Gran Turismo in so long. So the thing is, it just depends what you guys think. If you really want me to cover a race, it's a full-on racing sim. That's its thing. Obviously, the cool things about it, though, there's a lot of customization. There's proper tuning, like actual proper tuning. Everything is as realistic as possible. Literally, like for interior detail, engine noise, everything is exactly how these cars sound, which is amazing for me, someone who can really appreciate that sort of thing. That I particularly like about sim games. But unfortunately, when you get to the races, if you don't have a proper setup, even if you just, like I said, you don't have a wheel or pedals or something to make it a little bit more like you're actually driving, eventually the novelty does wear off. And that there's been a lot of sim games that I've actually just stopped playing because I got bored of doing the same thing with a controller. A controller just is just not the way to go. When it comes to simcade games, though, it's easier to use a controller because there's more to it than just, you know, there's a little bit more to it than that. And obviously, with Grid being done, that had a story mode that was over fairly quickly. Maybe quicker than most people would have liked, but hey, it wasn't like they have a career on top of it for people who want to keep going. But when it comes to Gran Turismo, there's no story or anything that I kind of want to showcase. I've kind of just been the guy who just goes for stories and, you know, doesn't really go for the grindy things as well. Like, I feel like if I'm going to do a sim racer, I need to either be a racing focused channel or actually have the proper setup. So again, I'm not saying no to it, but I definitely want to hear you guys' opinion on Gran Turismo 7 because I know most of you probably aren't subscribed for racing games. That's a major thing, right? I might be into racing games, but you guys might not be. So let me know what you think about Gran Turismo 7. Again, I'll leave it up there for you guys to decide. And if enough people say yes, then maybe I'll take care of it. Anyway, coming out on the 10th of March, which is a Thursday, we have the brand new expansion for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and it's Dawn of Ragnarok. So it's been a while since we've seen Eivor, but well, it's been a few months actually since we've seen it. The game is actually getting kind of older. It's been out for a couple of over 2 years. It came out in 2020, so it's been over a year now, but there's been a lot of content that we've done, all the major expansions, so we're going to be doing this one as well. I think it's the biggest one to date, so that one's probably going to take us a little bit. Which is funny because we're getting so many action RPGs, open world action RPGs. I am getting a little bit drowned in them, if I'm honest. I will say Dying Light, even though it's an action RPG, it's mainly it's kind of I don't know. Its gameplay is so different from these. But when you got like Horizon Forbidden West, and then you got Assassin's Creed Valhalla, they're very similar in their styles. So I definitely want to change it up with a few new things. Unfortunately, we do have that this month, but I figured I'd let you guys know we will be playing it. I just don't know how long it'll take us. It's an expansion, so it's not gonna be as long as the main game, obviously, but it will be like a good chunk of time if we don't do any of the optional stuff, which we probably won't do all the optional stuff. We're gonna focus on all the mains, right? That's how we've done it with Assassin's Creed, because the game is just too damn big otherwise. So anyway, that'll be out on the 10th. Might get an early access code through Ubisoft, not sure, we'll see. Anyway, now this is a big release. People ask me if I'm playing this game almost every single day, and have been asking me for months on end. I don't know why you would assume I would never play this game, because I've played almost every single rendition of it on the channel since like I've started, playing, being, made content for YouTube almost. Anyway, we've got on the 11th, hopefully we'll get an early one of this one as well, WWE 2K22. Now, this is a big one for a main reason. We haven't had a 2K game since 2K20. Back in 2019 is when that released. And it was hilarious, okay? The game was not at all where I think it should have been. I think it was just the story was super cringe. It seemed very rushed, and it just doesn't seem that good to me. I think for a while WWE 2K games were kind of along the same fashion where they were starting to slow down. I remember 2K19, I think it was, had a decent story. Sorry, it's been a minute. I get them all mixed up. Had a really solid story, and I remember just being hell of a lot of fun. Like, cause I remember the 2Ks of old, WWE 2Ks of old, like 16, 17 or 15 to 17, I can't remember which ones, but they were so grindy in their missions. Like, you'd be doing like so many matches, generic matches, before you had a story progress. And there wasn't actually a really story, but you know what I mean? You had like milestones to hit, so I went ahead and did them, and people loved it. People loved my 2K gameplay from back then, so. This one, they've actually taken a year off and then some. Normally, even in 2K22, it would have come out in 21. Usually they released it in the fall prior. But this one, they've actually really taken like an extra year to develop. The problem when they had to switch. I remember for 2K20, they ended up having to switch devs like kind of last minute to get that thing out the door right, which is another reason why it wasn't as good as it could be. So now they've had more time to start with this new studio and, you know, actually put out a decent product. And the thing is, I have high hopes for it. I haven't watched WWE in a long time. Don't get me wrong, I used to watch it all the time, both as a kid and when I was in my, like, you know, teenage years and my early 20s even. But I have fallen off the wagon there in the last while. So I'm kind of out of touch, but I'm not totally out of touch because I see information on it. I still follow some wrestlers that I used to watch, things like that. So I am kind of, you know, up to snuff to a degree. So I'm still going to be doing the career. It's always fun to do the 2K games, the WWE 2Ks. So you can guarantee I will be doing the career mode. Now, a lot of people were asking me, Dan, because you haven't done a 2K game or WWE 2K game since you know, you've started streaming full time and only streaming. Are you going to be streaming this as well? How's it going to work? Yes. I could probably beat the story. I'll have to check and see how long the last one was, but I'm pretty sure it's all beatable within 1 or 2 streams. Does that mean I'm just going to end it there? No, there's still 2K Showcase. There's tons of stuff, but the career is going to go a lot quicker, I think, because they have that designated story with written dialogue and things like that. But we're going to probably try out way more modes than I used to with the other one, with 2K20 and beyond, because the thing would be so long, it'd be enough time for tons of videos. So don't get me wrong, I will be doing a lot of content for it. I of course am going to be playing WWE 2K. I know a lot of people were asking me, so you don't have to worry. We'll be covering that one as well. All right, now coming out on the 18th of March. Originally, that was going to be it for the month. There was only 2 releases. Obviously, things come out, but some things that were moved around. Now, I don't know if you guys remember last year. I don't remember which month. I want to say it was November. This was supposed to release. We have, on the 18th, it was delayed and it's been postponed and it's finally coming out. We have Siberia, The World Before, which is a franchise that's been fairly long running since the early 2000s. And I actually had never heard of it until last year. So this is a brand new game in the series. It looks really interesting. It's probably going to be around, it's not going to overstay its welcome, so I'm guessing it's probably going to be like maybe an 8 to 12 hour game. It's kind of like a mystery, I can't even explain it really. It's just one of those things. It's like an adventure game, you know. It's a mix of things. It looks interesting to me, and I'd like to take a look at it. I mentioned it already months ago when in the game update for when it was supposed to come out. Literally last minute got delayed. I'm like, honestly, thank you that it got delayed, because I have so much to do at that time. I had so much to do. I'm like, I just don't have time for this, and I feel like it's just gonna get lost upon everything that's coming out. So Siberia makes its return. Some people ask me, like, Dan, it's coming out, you gonna do it? Well, I'll address it in my game update, and here we go. So we're gonna be doing Siberia as well. All right, guys, and finally, coming out towards the end of end of the month. This was also a very stealth announcement, because we knew about this game for a little while, but there was no release date, just kind of no mention of it in a long time. Coming out on the 25th, we have Ghostwire Tokyo. Now this game is very elusive, but the concept seemed really interesting. And as soon as I saw some, like, the idea behind it, I definitely had to take a peek. So I definitely will be covering this. I thought this was supposed to come out last year, or like, I don't even remember when it first got announced, but there was just like a very like little tease of what it possibly could be. And we actually have a last minute, like, boom, it's coming out in March, end of March. Holy hell, like, that came out of nowhere. So that is going to end up our month at the 25th. So basically there is 4 things on this list that we're definitely going to be covering: WWE Siberia, Ghostwire, and the Assassin's Creed Dawn of Ragnarok DLC, and possibly Gran Turismo. I just know that we have so many games, like I said, that are taking up so much time. I just don't want it to only be one game. I like to switch up games, right? If you spend so much time on one game, people get a little burnt out, you know? So I just want to make sure it's the right game for you guys. So just let me know if you want me to give Gran Turismo a try. I can even just try it and start it, and maybe if it's something people want me to watch, I'll keep it going. That's always a possibility. The only thing is I don't like starting something and not finishing it. I mean, that happens more often nowadays, but that's why I become more pick and choosy with what type of games. Usually, if I have a gut instinct on something, I won't cover. I'll be like, it's not going to be a good idea. I'm not going to like that, or I'm not going to finish it. I know I'm going to be like, I'm starting to be like, oh, I wish I hadn't. I have a good instinct for that, so I don't know, there's certain games I just won't touch. Again, there's a few other games that are coming out this month that I turned down. I gotta trust my instincts on that one. And no, I'm gonna announce this again, I'm not playing Elden Ring. I don't know how many people have been asking me if I'm playing Elden Ring. I will not play Elden Ring. Not because I think it's a bad game, it's just not my thing. It's basically Dark Souls, and have I ever been interested in Dark Souls on this channel? No, not at all. It's not my type of game. I don't like punishing gameplay where you're constantly trying over and over and over and over and over again to beat a boss, and then you finally do, and it just takes like years off your life from stress. That's not me. I got enough stress to deal with already. I don't need that on top of it. So no, I hear it's doing great. It's like getting 10s out of 10s, these crazy things. It's just not my style of game. It's not the theme that I like. It has nothing to do with the game itself. It's just personal preference. That is it. So I will not be doing Elden Ring. People ask me every single stream. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for the game update for the month of March 2022. I can't believe spring is almost here. That's crazy. Time goes by so damn quick. We're already into our third month of 2022. Again, we got some new games coming out, some decent ones. Obviously, it's going to be a lot slower pace just due to the fact that there's not as many things. Like February was crazy. There's so many things. I felt like very overwhelmed. I'm not going to lie to you. So, yeah, it's going to be nice to be able to slow it down and just kind of take my time and play some cool stuff. So either way, guys, I want to thank you very much for watching. Be sure to leave a like on this video, and also be sure to comment down below what you guys think. What are you looking forward to the most? If there's anything you feel I missed, obviously you know the drill. Let me know in the comments below. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications with the bell icon so you don't miss anything that comes out that I put out, I should say. Otherwise, you know, YouTube doesn't always tell you when I'm live or when something goes up. So make sure you do that so you don't miss out on anything that you might be interested in. Be sure to follow all my social media pages. I've got a Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and a Discord. They're all linked in the description. If you want to get a shirt or a hoodie of mine, there's a link in the description. There's also an embedded feature right below the stream. Just scroll down, or sorry, not stream, but below this video. I'm used to saying that. And you'll see some of the goodies I have available. It's right there, and then you can click one and take it to the full site. See some of the extra stuff I have on there as well. Big shout out to all the sponsors of the channel: DXRacer, Bones Coffee, Always Bearded, The Ridge Wallet, Mad Rabbit Tattoo, and Jinx Custom Controllers. I use these products every single day, and you can check them out for yourself with the links in the description. Use my promo code DANQ8000 to save some money at checkout. And finally, guys, if you haven't yet, be sure to sign up and check out the Team 8000 membership program. It does support the page very much. There are 3 tiers available to work with whatever budget you have, starting at 99 cents. You got that entry level. There's also a basic and a premium level, and they all give you a wide variety of perks, such as badges by your name, custom emojis used in chat, exclusive videos and streams, access, priority in open lobbies when I do those. And if you go that premium route, the top tier, you'll get your own 20% off discount code using my merch store, as well as entry in the monthly game giveaway, where I take all premium members, throw them in a draw, pull a name, and that person wins a game of their choice. They tell me what game they want, I buy it for them and send it their way. It's literally as simple as that. I will be doing that stream hopefully tomorrow, the 2nd. I would be doing it today, but today is a little bit harder for me because I have something I got to take care of that's going to throw my day off. It's going to push everything behind, and I'm not going to have time to stream it. And I want to make sure I have the time to do that. So we're going to be hopefully aiming to do that on the 2nd. So make sure you tune in towards the afternoon. Again, I'll announce the times because everyone's in a different part of the world, but that'll be done on the 2nd instead. So if you want to get into the premium giveaway, make sure you sign up to be a premium member before then. If you're not a premium level member, you will not be entered. However, you will get to watch the stream if you're a basic or higher. So we got something cooked up, and I'm excited to do the member stream. We're gonna have some fun doing a little special kind of a trivia thing. I kind of did trivia games last time, but this one's a little bit different, and I'm really excited to debut it. So make sure you guys check out, sign up, become a member so you can join and do that. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope I see you in these games and tons of content to come. Hopefully I'll catch you in a stream very, very soon. Thanks again for watching, guys. Let's hand things over to Noxel. Take it easy.
Who's the man with the plan? If you feel trouble wildin' wild on these violent and hit you 8,000. Wait a minute, hold that style is dialed in. Goddamn Billy Jack, we still riding tires flat. I hear them sirens, see shots flying, so we driving fire back. If they ain't vibing, lie with that. Got me dressed up in all black. What up? Hood up, and I see them haters try to run with us. They gon' need inhalers. Gotta breathe them hard just like Darth Vader. Players, grab your respirators. Night invaders get lightsabered. Mask on for the shooters, move like trash to bed. Intruder, got that Glock and got them woofers. Just press play, I'll keep it moving. Who is Knox? Still you damn fools. Keep it fresh like canned food. There ain't nothing we can't do, so tune into that damn Q. Yeah. It was never, ever a game.